Okay, so let's make a full breakdown of this situation that we currently have on GBP CAD. Now, from a weekly perspective, what we can see? We can see that the market currently has broken with this candle the structure to the downside, and it has already retested it here. So we have previous weekly support now turned resistance, which the market has already respected and rejected to the downside. Let's go down on the daily time frame and see the situation that we are having at the moment from a daily perspective. Now, on the daily, what we can see before creating this impulse to the downside, where is the last time that the market has found some support? The last time that the market found some support was exactly here. Why? Because the market first hit the zone here, created this rejection, again respected this zone with this green candle. So all this previous support is now turned resistance at this area. And what we can also see is that if we want informations on this retracement, what are we supposed to be doing? Taking a Fibonacci from the high to the low of the impulse. And what we can see that the market went for a perfect test of the 0.786 Fibonacci retracement, which is the Fibonacci level that is aligning better with structure, and now the market is continuing with a very nice impulse to the downside for the continuation to the downside and possibly the creation of a lower low. Now we're capitalizing on the weakness of the GBP on a GBP USD, GBP Turkish Lira, and we already closed the trade on GBP SGD with students to the downside, but also GBP CAD. If we're capitalizing on this move to the downside, great job. Now, before I show you where we can be looking for where we will be looking for the next possible capitalizing opportunity on this pair, let's first go and see what we have at the moment from a COT perspective, so commitment of traders. Now, what we can see on the CAD, first of all, is that clearly we have seen a decrease in the net positions from the positive 38K that we had here all the way down to minus 35K. So from having way more longs than shorts from an institutional perspective on the CAD to having way more shorts than longs. And then net positions increased from minus 35K to minus 20K. So in the long term, a clear shift to the bearish side of the CAD, and in the short term, a clear shift to the bullish side with many longs getting opened, 3K with the last report, but most importantly, many shorts getting closed, thousands of shorts getting closed with all the last reports. So we can expect some short-term CAD weakness. Now, if we go and see what we have from a GBP perspective, what we can see is that we had a very similar situation. Net positions shifted from 35K to minus 35K. So from having way more longs than shorts, from an institutional perspective on the pound to having more shorts than longs. So a long-term bearish pound. And that is why we looked for shorts on many GBP pairs. And we are currently capitalizing on them, as you know, from our previous analysis also on GBP USD. And what we can see with the last reports is that we have seen a slight increase in the net positions with many shorts getting closed and longs starting to getting open. So we can expect in accumulation. Speaking about which, I want to show you on the monthly time frame a very important thing. On the monthly, we have strong support around this area. It was support here. The market broke it to the downside, broke it back above, went for a retest here. So at this level, we have quite strong monthly support for the possible creation of an inverted head and shoulders. So how we will be approaching this situation with students. Now, this is one of those areas in which you can't be looking for a long and you can't be looking for a short, because if you would be looking for a long from here, you would be ignoring the fact that the market is supposed to complete the pattern with the creation of a lower low. And if you are looking for a short, you are ignoring the fact that here the market is near this support, so you don't know if the market will create a double bottom. So how are you supposed to be approaching this situation? Well, if the market will create a lower low, then at that point, what we will be doing, we will be waiting for the market to break back above this daily structure, because this is the structure that we have at the moment. And at that point, if the market will give us a retracement to the neckline, to the previous support, which is again support here, so basically the right shoulder of this inverted head and shoulders, then with students we will be monitoring price action on the 4-hour time frame inside of this area, waiting for the market to provide to us one of our valid entries for the move to the upside. On the other side, if from here the market will make a move to the upside, we will have the creation of this W formation and we'll be looking for a short. But at the moment, since we still have some pretty strong bearish momentum, I will leave this scenario in mind. But anyway, I will keep you guys updated depending on the different price action that the market will show us, because as usual, trading is reactive, not predictive. You can't predict what the market can do, but you can say, if the market will do this, then this will be a very good area to look for a potential trading setup if all my rules will be satisfied. That is how you're supposed to be approaching the market. That is how we approach the market with students. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you. And I will see you in the next video.